You might think it's just milk, a simple glass in the morning, stirred into coffee, or poured over cereal. But what if I told you that this one small habit, something you've been doing for decades, might actually be speeding up inflammation in your body, weakening your bones, and quietly clouding your memory? After 60, your body becomes more sensitive, more reactive, and yes, more vulnerable. And according to recent research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, even so-called healthy milks might be working against you. That's right. Some of the most common milk choices hiding in your fridge right now could be setting you up for heart disease, joint pain, or even cognitive decline. And you wouldn't even know it. Hi there, and welcome to Forever Strong Seniors, the place where we talk about aging not just gracefully, but powerfully. If you're new here, I'm glad you're joining us. And if you've been with us for a while, you already know we don't sugarcoat the truth, especially when it comes to your health. Today's topic might surprise you. We're breaking down the 4 worst kinds of milk for seniors and revealing the 4 best ones you should be drinking instead. Because after 60, every little choice matters more than ever. If you're serious about protecting your health, staying active, and keeping your independence as long as possible, then this is one swap you cannot ignore. So let's dive in with the very first milk to avoid, one that's been a household staple for generations. Whole milk. It's creamy, it's familiar, and for many of us, it's the taste of childhood. Warm breakfasts, comforting desserts, a splash in morning coffee. It's hard to imagine life without it. But here's the truth. Whole milk might be one of the most damaging drinks for seniors. The reason? Saturated fat. Just 1 cup of whole milk has over 4.5 grams of it. And while that may not sound alarming, our aging bodies process fat very differently than they used to. As we get older, our arteries naturally stiffen, our metabolism slows, and our hearts have to work harder with every passing year. Add saturated fat into the mix, and it's like throwing fuel onto a low-burning fire. According to researchers at Harvard, seniors who consume whole milk daily increase their risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 18%. That means heart attacks, strokes, or slow-building heart failure that robs you of energy, mobility, and independence. And here's the scary part. Many of the warning signs go unnoticed. A little shortness of breath during your walk, a heavy feeling in your chest after dinner, feeling tired all the time even if you've rested well. These aren't always just signs of aging. They could be signs that your heart is working overtime to keep up with the burden. But the trouble doesn't stop with your heart. Whole milk is also high in calories. And if you're someone already battling muscle loss, limited mobility, or unwanted weight gain, that extra calorie load can quickly turn into fat, especially around the belly, hips, and organs. That added weight puts pressure on your joints, worsens insulin resistance, and increases the risk of type 2 diabetes and even kidney strain. And for many seniors, the digestive issues don't help. You might be bloated after breakfast, feel sluggish or nauseous in the afternoon, or deal with irregular bathroom habits, and never realize that your daily glass of milk is behind it all. Lactose intolerance increases with age, even in people who had no issues when they were younger. That bloated, foggy, gassy feeling, it could be your body begging for a change. So while whole milk may look innocent, and even feel nostalgic, it's a habit that's slowly weighing down your heart, digestion, and energy. And if you're someone who's drinking it every day because it's what you grew up with, it might be time to reconsider. Coming up next, we'll talk about the second milk you need to avoid. One that's incredibly sweet, rich, and comforting, but quietly damages your brain, spikes your blood sugar, and drains your energy over time. Trust me, it's probably hiding in your pantry right now. Now, let's talk about a milk that doesn't come in a bottle, but in a little can. It's thick, it's sweet, and for many seniors, it tastes like family. Maybe you remember your grandkids spooning it over pancakes. Maybe you stir it into your morning coffee or add it to homemade treats during the holidays. Sweetened condensed milk has a special place in our kitchens and in our memories. But here's the hard truth. That same creamy sweetness may be quietly damaging your brain, your heart, and your blood sugar more than you realize. Just 1 tablespoon contains around 10 grams of added sugar. And let's be honest, no one ever uses just 1 spoon. That little drizzle in your coffee or dessert quickly turns into a sugar bomb. And for older adults, the effects hit harder than ever. When sugar floods your system, your blood glucose spikes. Your pancreas has to scramble to manage the overload. And over time, those constant sugar surges increase the risk of insulin resistance, prediabetes, and full-blown type 2 diabetes. But that's just the beginning. Scientists are now seeing a clear connection between long-term sugar intake and cognitive decline. You might have heard Alzheimer's disease being called type 3 diabetes. That's because sugar doesn't just harm the body, it affects the brain. If you've ever forgotten where you placed your keys, struggled to find the right word mid-sentence, or felt mentally foggy without knowing why, it might not just be aging. It might be your sugar intake. And sweetened condensed milk is one of the worst culprits. The damage isn't only internal, it affects your daily life. Seniors often report feeling sluggish, sleepy, or unmotivated after consuming too much sugar. Your gut slows down. Digestion gets heavier. You might even notice more bloating or discomfort throughout the day. Over time, that fogginess can turn into depression, poor sleep, and lower quality of life. It's all connected. And then there's your heart. Excess sugar fuels inflammation inside the blood vessels. It stiffens your arteries, increases triglycerides, and adds to the silent buildup of cardiovascular risk. That's why what feels like a harmless treat, just a teaspoon here, a spoonful there, can slowly chip away at your health until real damage sets in. So what's the takeaway? Sweetened condensed milk is nostalgic, no doubt, but for seniors trying to protect their clarity, energy, and heart function, it's simply not worth the cost. If you love sweet flavor in your drinks or desserts, there are safer ways to get it. Later in this video, we'll explore milks that offer natural sweetness without the hidden dangers. But first, let's move on to the third milk you might want to rethink, especially if you've been trying to avoid dairy and chose something plant-based instead. Rice milk. Sounds gentle, right? Light, dairy-free, and perfect for people with lactose intolerance. But don't be fooled by its clean label or mild taste. Rice milk might be one of the weakest and most misleading milk alternatives for older adults. Let me explain. Rice milk is mostly made from white rice and water. That's it. Sounds simple, but nutritionally, it's nearly empty. It has very little protein, less than 1 gram per cup, no healthy fats, and barely any vitamins or minerals unless they've been artificially added. For seniors, this is a big problem, because as we age, we lose muscle mass naturally. Without enough protein in your diet, your body starts breaking down faster than it can rebuild. And that means more weakness, more fatigue, and a greater risk of falls or injuries. But here's where it gets even more concerning. Rice naturally absorbs inorganic arsenic from the soil as it grows. That's right, arsenic, a known toxin. And when it's concentrated into rice milk, especially when consumed daily, that toxic element can slowly accumulate in your system. For people over 60, whose kidneys and livers are already working harder, this can become a silent threat. Long-term arsenic exposure has been linked to kidney damage, liver stress, and even increased risks of certain cancers. And don't forget about your blood sugar. Rice milk has a very high glycemic index, meaning it causes your blood sugar to spike quickly, just like sugary drinks. For anyone managing diabetes, prediabetes, or trying to keep energy stable, this creates chaos in the body. You might feel jittery one moment, tired the next. Your mood swings, your focus drops, and your metabolism gets thrown off balance. Even worse, many brands of rice milk are sweetened. So now you've got a double hit. High sugar, no fiber, and almost zero nutritional benefit. No protein for your muscles, no healthy fat for your brain, and no nutrients to justify the calories. In other words, rice milk gives you everything your body doesn't need, and nothing that it does. So while it might seem like a safe choice, rice milk is often the worst nutritional investment a senior can make. But don't worry, we're not just here to take things away. In the next section, I'll show you a much better plant-based alternative. One that's packed with complete protein, loaded with brain-boosting nutrients, and actually helps your gut instead of hurting it. Stick with me, because up next, we'll begin revealing the 4 milk seniors should absolutely choose instead, starting with one that's not only rich in nutrition, but may also help protect your memory and mobility well into your golden years. So far, we've talked about what to avoid. But now comes the exciting part, what to choose instead. Because when you find the right milk, the one that works with your body rather than against it, everything starts to change. Your digestion improves. Your energy stabilizes. Your memory feels sharper. And even something as simple as getting out of bed in the morning can feel lighter, easier, more natural. Let's start with one of the most powerful and underrated milk choices out there, fermented soy milk. Now, this isn't the regular soy milk you might find in a typical grocery aisle. We're talking about fermented soy milk. And that one word, fermented, makes all the difference. You see, as we age, the body needs more help breaking down and absorbing nutrients. Fermentation does some of that work for you. It makes the milk easier to digest and unlocks deeper health benefits that plain soy milk simply can't provide. For starters, fermented soy milk is rich in complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body can't make on its own. These amino acids are the building blocks for muscle repair, mobility, and maintaining strength. And after 60, your muscle mass naturally declines. That's not your fault. It's just part of aging. But the right nutrition can slow that process down. A glass of fermented soy milk every day gives your body the tools to hold onto its strength, rebuild tissue, and support movement so you can keep doing the things you love, whether it's gardening, walking, or playing with the grandkids. But the benefits don't stop there. Soy also contains isoflavones, plant-based compounds that act a bit like natural estrogen in the body. For senior women especially, this is a game changer. These gentle compounds help support bone density, protect against osteoporosis, and may even aid in maintaining cognitive function. In fact, some studies have linked regular soy intake with improved memory, clearer thinking, and even reduced risk of Alzheimer's. Imagine that. Your milk not only helps you move better, but think better too. And because it's fermented, this type of soy milk also delivers probiotics, the good bacteria your gut loves. Many older adults struggle with digestion, whether it's bloating, irregularity, or discomfort after meals. Probiotics help restore balance to the gut, support your immune system, and can even lift your mood. There's growing evidence that the gut and brain are deeply connected, and when your gut is calm, your mind often feels more at peace too. Best of all, fermented soy milk is heart-friendly. It contains no cholesterol, very little saturated fat, and the plant compounds inside actually help lower your LDL, the bad cholesterol. And the taste. It's smooth, creamy, and satisfying. Whether you drink it straight, stir it into your coffee, or blend it into a morning smoothie. If you've been looking for a milk that supports your muscles, bones, heart, and brain all in one glass, this might be your new best friend. But maybe soy just isn't your thing. Maybe you're looking for something a little lighter, something gentle on the stomach, easy on the calories, but still packed with goodness. That brings us to your second must-choose option, unsweetened almond milk. At first glance, almond milk seems too light to matter. It's thin, it's subtle, but don't let that fool you. This quiet milk is actually a nutritional powerhouse in disguise. For seniors managing weight, heart concerns, or memory issues, unsweetened almond milk is one of the smartest choices you can make. Let's start with the heart. Almond milk is naturally low in saturated fat and completely free of cholesterol. Instead, it's rich in monounsaturated fats, the good kind, the kind that supports cardiovascular health and helps reduce bad cholesterol. If you're watching your blood pressure or trying to avoid medication, this simple switch can help lighten the load on your heart, day by day. Now let's talk brain health. Unsweetened almond milk is a fantastic source of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects your brain from oxidative stress. That's the kind of damage that creeps in silently, affecting memory, focus, and clarity over time. Studies have shown that vitamin E may help slow cognitive decline and preserve mental sharpness. That's right. Just a glass of almond milk a day might help you hold onto your memory longer and feel more mentally alert. And what's really important here is that we're talking about the unsweetened version. No added sugar, no hidden sweeteners, just clean, simple ingredients that your body can recognize and use. Many people choose almond milk to avoid dairy, but end up buying the flavored versions, vanilla, chocolate, or honey blends. Those options are often packed with sugar, and that undoes all the benefits. So make sure it says unsweetened on the label. Digestively, almond milk is one of the gentlest options out there. It's easy to break down, soothing for the stomach, and ideal for anyone dealing with lactose intolerance, bloating, or general gut sensitivity. Whether you pour it over oatmeal, blend it into a smoothie, or simply sip it cold, it goes down smooth and feels great afterward. And let's not forget calories. Unsweetened almond milk has only about 30 to 40 calories per cup. That's incredibly low. And for seniors watching their weight, or just trying to avoid heaviness after meals, it's a great way to stay nourished without overdoing it. So if you're looking for a milk that supports your heart, sharpens your mind, soothes your digestion, and helps you manage weight gently and effectively, unsweetened almond milk is a quiet hero you shouldn't overlook. Still with me? Good. Because next, we're going to explore a third milk that not only supports your bones, but may actually help you sleep deeper, feel calmer, and improve your overall digestion in a way that's almost comforting. Yes, there's a milk for that. Stick around. You don't want to miss it. Now let's move on to the next milk that deserves a spot in your kitchen, especially if you're someone who struggles with fragile bones, restless sleep, or digestive discomfort. It's smooth, comforting, and often overlooked. I'm talking about calcium-fortified oat milk. There's something naturally calming about oat milk. Its mild sweetness, its creamy texture, it feels familiar, like a warm hug in a glass. But don't let that softness fool you. When oat milk is fortified with calcium and vitamin D, it transforms from a cozy drink into a powerful daily tool for protecting your health after 60. Let's start with the bones. After you pass midlife, bone loss speeds up silently. Many seniors don't even realize their bones are weakening until a fall or fracture happens, and by then, the recovery is long and painful. One small trip can lead to months in bed, lost independence, and even hospital stays. That's why prevention is everything. Calcium-fortified oat milk helps fill the gap. When combined with vitamin D, it improves calcium absorption, strengthens bone density, and helps prevent the kind of bone loss that sneaks up on you with age. But there's more. Oat milk contains a natural soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This special fiber helps bind to excess cholesterol in your digestive system and flush it out before it reaches your arteries. That means lower blood pressure, cleaner vessels, and a lighter load on your heart. It's like helping your body do a little spring cleaning every day. Now let's talk digestion. Oat milk is easy on the stomach. It's lactose-free, low in irritants, and contains gentle fiber to help keep things moving regularly. For seniors who quietly struggle with constipation or irregularity, this can make a huge difference, not just physically, but emotionally too. And here's something not everyone knows. A warm glass of oat milk before bed may actually help you sleep better. It's naturally calming. The texture is soothing. The subtle sweetness helps signal your brain that the day is winding down. Add in the magnesium and the relaxing beta-glucan effects, and you've got yourself a gentle, sleep-supporting ritual that works better than many over-the-counter solutions. Sometimes, the best remedies are the simplest ones. So, if you're looking for a milk that does it all, supports strong bones, lowers cholesterol, soothes digestion, and encourages better sleep, calcium-fortified oat milk is the comforting choice your body will thank you for. And now, we come to our final milk, one that you may not have even considered. It doesn't get the spotlight often, but it truly deserves it. I'm talking about flax milk, a light, creamy milk that might just be your secret weapon for joint comfort, brain protection, and long-term vitality. What makes flax milk special is its natural abundance of ALA omega-3 fatty acids. These plant-based nutrients are powerful anti-inflammatories. They help reduce joint pain and stiffness, protect your brain cells from age-related decline, and even support heart health. As we age, chronic inflammation becomes one of the biggest silent threats to our quality of life. It causes pain, fatigue, and raises the risk for diseases like arthritis, dementia, and heart disease. Flax milk helps fight that from the inside out. What's great is that flax milk delivers all these benefits without the fishy taste or heaviness of traditional omega-3 sources like fish oil. No cholesterol, no saturated fat, no discomfort. Just clean, plant-based support for the systems that matter most. Your joints, your memory, your metabolism. Even better, most flax milks are fortified with essential vitamins for aging bodies, like calcium for bone strength, vitamin D for immune and hormonal health, and vitamin B12 for energy and nerve function. It's a gentle, digestible way to deliver what your body needs to keep moving, thinking, and feeling good. And did I mention how easy it is on the stomach? For seniors with sensitive digestion or lactose issues, flax milk is a fantastic alternative. It blends seamlessly into smoothies, cereals, or a warm evening cup. You'll hardly notice the change until the benefits start showing up in your day-to-day life. So if you're looking for a milk that fights inflammation, protects your brain, supports your bones, and keeps your digestion happy, flax milk may be the smartest new habit you've never tried. Now, let's bring it all together. At this stage of life, every choice you make has more weight, and something as ordinary as the milk you pour into your coffee, blend into your shake, or sip with your breakfast. It can either be a building block for strength or a slow drip that chips away at your energy, memory, and independence. Today, we've uncovered 4 milks to avoid. The ones that seem comforting but secretly raise your cholesterol, spike your blood sugar, disrupt your digestion, and burden your brain. And we've also explored 4 milks to embrace. The ones that support your heart, bones, muscles, mood, and sleep from the inside out. This isn't about restriction. It's about renewal. It's about treating your body like the powerful, capable machine it still is. Aging doesn't mean giving up things you enjoy. It means learning how to enjoy the right things even more, because they help you live fully and live well. So here's a gentle challenge. Just swap 1 milk this week. Start simple. Choose one of the better options we've talked about today, maybe almond or oat or fermented soy, and see how your body responds. One small change can unlock more energy, smoother digestion, and clearer focus than you thought possible. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which milk are you going to try first? Comment below with the word strong if you're ready to make a healthy switch starting tomorrow morning. Your future self is going to thank you for it. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Forever Strong Seniors. If this video opened your eyes, I promise there's so much more coming. Simple, practical tips to help you feel younger, stronger, and more in control with every passing year. Because getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. It means getting smarter about what you allow into your body and your life. Thanks for spending this time with me today. Here's to strong bones, sharp minds, and a better tomorrow.